Good evening and good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our Scion Second Edition Chronicle: The Coming Storm. We're grateful today to be presented by the Onyx Path and for them allowing us to present on their channel. And we are also presented by the Beloved Nerds, who have a lot of new content coming up. Whatever time this stream is actually showing, I'm not sure right now because we are pre-recording it. So don't call in, but talk to us down in the chat. If I don't know if the chat's ever here or down here, but it could be anywhere. Look around for it. Hope you find it. I'm Ian. I am RST today. My pronouns are he, him, and currently I'm working through a number of projects, but this is the main one I'm doing right now. And so I'll allow my cast to introduce themselves. Everybody introduce yourselves, say the character you're playing, and plug something if you like. We'll go to CJ first.
Hi, folks. My name is CJ Starry. You can find me wherever here is, because that's Onyx Path and the Beloved Nerds. You can also find me sometimes on my own channel, CJ Starry, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter. So, see you there.
All right, Logan.
I am Logan. I'm playing Jericho, and I don't really have anything to promote, but instead, I'm going to just go, hey, I painted today, and that's fun. Do something fun for yourselves, people. That's all.
Wholesome dad, Jericho.
Absolutely. Ace, why don't you go?
Hi, everybody. My name is Ace. I'll be playing Nemesis Rex, the luchador guy. My pronouns are he, him. So are Nemesis Rex's. You can find me on Instagram at Ulrich_Wolfgar for miniatures painting, doodles and drawings, and all sorts of fun, weird stuff. You can also find me here on the Beloved Nerds. I'll be playing in our Call of Cthulhu campaign quite soon. Very, very excited about that. And I'll pass the baton on. Who's next?
Ty, why don't you go?
Hello, my name is Ty. You can find me on all socials at Hey Tyler Gray. My pronouns are they, them, and I am playing Kaz Olsen, whose pronouns are also they, them. Huge thank you to Onyx Path and to the Beloved Nerds for having us here.
Last but certainly not least, Megan.
It's me. I exist. My name's Megan. My pronouns are they, them. I am playing Lane Carnahan, whose pronouns are also they, them. You can find me here on Onyx Path and or the Beloved Nerds for this game, as well as the upcoming Call of Cthulhu game, which I will be running. So look out for my awkward ass doing that. And I'm so excited to play with everybody again. I'm sure for everybody who's watching, it hasn't been very long, but for us, it's been a little bit, and I'm excited to see everybody shine again.
And we'll, of course, be happy to provide you with all the relevant discords that you should join, and for both the Beloved Nerds and Onyx Path. Of course, like and subscribe to these channels. They all appreciate your support, and we appreciate your support. So, without further redux, let's go back into our story. So, when we last left out, perhaps through the some creative editing that I had to do just because the episode was getting a little long, we had just been ready to enter a chamber where some very suspicious stuff was going on, and check back into the episode to see what was happening there. But then something very strange was about to happen. So we're going to take you to that moment and see how that plays out, and then we will come back in with the rest of the story. And you look up, and that is when you see it. You see moving along the ceiling what looks to be, at first glance, a very large spider. But then you see the front of the spider is more like the upper torso of a woman. And you can get a glimpse of the woman's face, which has more eyes kind of up the forehead, and where their mouth should be is like, I'm going to mispronounce this word, like mandibles, chisellera.
It's
So Kaz is just like, guys, as they like look up at this thing. You see
Lane
something?
will like slowly look up. Oh, I hate
You
spiders
guys run into
so
this
much.
before? Because
Damn.
Let's look at it. It's clearly looking at you now, and it
Me?
makes like all of you, but
Oh.
then its gaze shifts to Jericho,
Oh no.
and it looks you directly in the eye, and it hisses and
I
drops
will-
from the ceiling, and now we got to roll initiative.
Oh god.
Jericho, do you know what spiders really don't like? Fire.
Oh, I've heard.
You're right. It is your best combat related skill, or whatever skill that, kind of depending on what you think you want to do. I usually house rule that if you don't want to take an attack action, you can use a non-combat skill.
A non-bat.
A non-bat
Non-bat
skill. So what you're going to use is your cunning plus a combat skill, and you're going to roll that and tell me what successes you get.
Oh good.
I like that.
10 fucking dice for me.
That's so many dice. Very excited.
You said sorry, so it's cunning plus a combat skill.
Skill. Yeah. Ooh, I got a 10. I got 2 10s. I got really good rolls. Just gonna go ahead and throw away all the ones that are no. And then re-roll my 10s.
I love that.
Jeez, okay.
That's how many successes you have?
Yeah,
Oh my god.
that's why I said jeez.
7 also for me.
All right.
Damn.
I rolled 10 die and I got 1 success.
Oh my god.
I got
It should
none.
be like that
Not a single
sometimes.
success.
I rolled 8 die, but I got I had a 10, and then it exploded into another 10, and then
I had 2 10s on my I had 5 successes on my original, but 2 of them were 10s, and then both of those got an 8 and a 9 from it. So that's how I ended up with this. It just went fucking nuts for no reason.
That's awesome.
Why?
Guys, you're 1? Okay. And the Nemesis, what did you get? I didn't quite catch it.
I got a whopping 2.
Okay.
I kind of wish Nemesis was going first.
So-
Actually,
we
I
got this.
I want
It's
Jericho to set
fine.
shit on fire.
So the
I'm
first,
so glad I'm left. It's hilarious.
we'll let that work itself out over there, the camera thing. But
Yeah.
the
It adds
first,
to the
the first to go would be Ro and Lane, whoever has the highest dex.
I actually, I'm not sure what our. Hold on 1 second. Dex.
It's just physical attribute.
My dex is 3.
Okay.
5.
So Ro goes
I will
first.
say, if depending on what you want to do, it might be beneficial if I go first. If you are trying to hurt it.
You're still going before. I will say the initiative order. You're still going before any of the enemies.
Yeah. Because
It's
I'm
kind of-
planning on doing sort of a debuff
It's kind of
thing.
the initiative here is Ro and Lane, and then like literally almost everybody else at the same time.
Okay, cool. I think I will say, since we got the same, that Lane can go ahead, because Ro might take a second to kind of take in the scene, figure out what they want to do.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
As this spider drops down, Lane's like, ah! And they, in sort of like protection of themselves, they just sort of like clutch towards. Actually, they probably like clutch towards their arm, and they just like, no, and I am going to use the way of all flesh. So I am going to sap this entity's life force, and all attacks against this being gain the aggravated tag for one scene. When they take damage, they treat their defense plus armor total as 1 point lower than it actually is to determine injury complication. If it is undead, I can destroy or banish it. Doing that is free, but in this instance, if it's not undead, I am imbuing one legend.
Okay, you imbue one legend. Okay.
But yeah, so Lane will sort of freak out for a moment and just go, no! And just sort of try and back away behind Ace, or behind Rex.
Good call. If the
I don't like spiders and I don't like holes.
If the spider was not, tumbling from the ceiling at high speed, you would probably see it weaken. But it is not.
So that's it for me.
Nice. Ro's up next.
All right, Bro is going to shoot it because in every story path game I ever play, my superpower is just guns.
I think about it consistently when you're like, oh yeah, Ro pulls out their gun. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. I will say that in this moment, well, let's see. Because that's just innate. I have some tags added to pistol because of one of my birthrights, but it doesn't. Yeah. So you guys don't really actually see where the shot comes from, but I'm going to roll firearms if that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. I'm gonna do.
I want to roll for gun.
I'm going to do dexterity with that because I think it would be about kind of moving fast in this case and aiming correctly under duress. And let's hope I get a roll even half as good as my initiative. Okay. Force. Wait. Oh, that was a 10. Got 110. That didn't get it. Okay. 5 successes.
5 successes. Okay. You have.
Oh, decent.
Yeah, you've beaten the defense by 2.
Yes.
So we could either just have the enemy take 2 damage, or you could probably use one of those successes to inflict some kind of complication.
Yeah, I think I'd prefer to do like inflicted damage or something like that, and then with the additional success, put some sort of complication on it so that it preferably something that makes it more difficult to attack others.
Okay, let's. How about?
Maybe
we'll call
I got
that
one of its
complication
eyes?
7 eyes.
Ooh.
Though it will be at a -1 to attack because of its reduced spider visibility.
Thank you. And Bro isn't going to hide behind anyone, but is probably going to try to hug a wall a little bit in this situation, like kind of shooting back up a little.
Okay.
Get out of its range. Not necessarily range, but get out of directly where it was.
Okay. Yeah, that's just a standard move. You can do that.
Great.
Because you're not really doing dive to cover or anything. Next up is Nemesis.
Activate a knack.
Okay.
Immortal Warrior.
All right.
They're everywhere. The field that we are fighting in becomes divine. Any enemy that enters the field, I get an immediate attack upon them, no matter the distance.
Okay. That's actually
this is primarily to just keep things, just in case other entities decide to swarm the field. But so I'm going to activate that.
And they may.
And since
that is, I believe that's activated reflexively.
okay,
So you will get an attack on this spider monster.
okay. So yeah, I'll do a close combat plus might to just kind of leap in and beat the screaming hell out of her.
Okay.
One, two, three, four, five. 5 total.
5 total. Yes.
Yep.
You have beaten this creature's defense by 2.
Okay.
So that will only allow you to inflict 1 damage. But you can do other things with this successes. Like you could grapple it, you could inflict another complication on it.
I was away for just a moment, so I didn't hear if this happened, but it gains his attack gains the aggravated tag.
Mm-hmm.
All attacks against it gain the aggravated tag. Just as a note.
Yeah.
I cannot remember where I did not hear, so I just want to make sure that we're fucking this thing up.
You're good.
So I will do the damage, but with the other successes, I will get it into a lock to where it can't really like maneuver well.
Gotcha.
So that all those many legs become useless.
So you have now successfully grappled the creature. So basically before this spider is leaping towards Jericho, and then all of a sudden, Nemesis jumps in front of it and begins wrestling a spider. Don't see that every day. But yeah, so it is grappled. So next turn is actually the spider creature, which is sort of limited on what it can do. But it does have a significant pile of dice.
Additionally, Ian, did you take into account the damage stuff as well from that?
Yeah, you want to know the bad news about that? Is that the damage
I suppose that I do.
Yeah, damage tags do nothing to story path characters.
Wait.
They just have a flat.
Okay, so there's the aggravated tag, but there's also the when they take damage, they treat their defense plus armor total as 1 lower than it is to determine injury complication. So that's the point that. But also that is mildly depressing, but that's par for the course for Lane. So
they don't take injury conditions either.
Great.
It's just their health is so low. Is the thing.
No, that's fair. I just wanted to. I'm one of those players that's I want to. I just want to
However.
Suck each advantage possible from what I can do.
So I will drop his defense.
Make sure that I've done everything possible that I can accomplish.
I will drop his defense another one though, because that makes sense to me.
Which means his defense is now down by 2, and he's got a complication of 1 less eye. So we're doing all right. We're doing pretty good. And Nemesis went in and fucked it up. So
it is going to try to do 2 different things. It's going to try to break Nemesis's grapple. So I'm going to need a defense roll from you. Just your highest stat for defense, which is one of your highest resistance stats. So it's probably your stamina.
1 second.
And then Ro, if you could also roll me a defense.
Absolutely. Let's see here.
2, baby.
2? Okay.
And just remind me, defense does still integrate a skill or no? Or is it just an attribute?
It's just going to be an attribute, your
Okay.
highest resistance attribute.
Yes, I will be doing
Good news.
dexterity.
Good news is don't even bother right now. Because I took a handful of literally 10 dice and rolled pitiful. So what happens is that the creature struggles in your grasp, Nemesis, but you just kind of roll around some more. You still got it locked up. A glob of liquid shoots from the spinneret of the spider creature and just barely misses you.
Oh, I don't like that.
But now we move on to the next folks in initiative order, which is Kaz. And I should say right now also, this is when you kind of see to the sides of you these two swarms of those spiders start to come from either side. And we'll resolve that for you in a minute, Nemesis. But let's go ahead and, Kaz, you can take your action.
Okay, so I would like to like do a knack thing.
Mhm.
Heroic lover, not a fighter. When you're engaged in a fight, as long as you do not attack, enemies will not target you. Plus 1. What's EN? To disengage.
Enhancement. Enhancement.
Oh, gotcha.
So it's like an automatic success on whatever it's saying. It's an automatic success too. So if you're trying to disengage, you get a +1 enhancement, I think is what it's saying.
So I'm not going to attack it. However, do I still get an action?
Yeah, absolutely. Knacks are pretty reflexive. Yeah, knacks are pretty reflexive.
Okay, cool. Can I sneak over to the tent?
Yeah, roll me like a Dex plus subterfuge.
Where's Dex? 10 dice again. Jesus. I'm gonna mute my thing. Four.
Okay. So, yeah, so for your turn, you will successfully walk past swarms of spiders and move up to the tent. So we'll come back to that. Okay, so Nemesis, you get attacks on the spider swarms because they have just entered your divine arena.
Yep. So, how many swarms are there?
2. And I believe they're at +2 complication because they're swarms. So you're gonna need 3 to hit them.
Okay.
But these are both individual attacks, so we'll roll them separately.
Okay. So first attack, I get 7 successes.
Okay. Roll me the other one. Hilarity ensues.
Six.
Okay. So, that didn't take very long.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Like, I like combats to be 3 and out anyway, so this will be probably 2 and out at this rate. So what happens is that, yeah, your attacks both destroy the spider swarm. So I can picture, and you added this image, however you like. I could picture you literally like taking the giant spider and like throwing it around to squish the smaller spiders, and there's just a mess of disgusting everywhere. But the spider swarms are gone.
God.
And
Hey, I do have a question. Is the big spider still alive?
yes, it is grappled though,
Okay. Cool.
and it is Jericho's turn. Jericho is muted.
What do you even do when all of these creepy ass spiders are crawling out of the walls? Yeah, probably. I mean, honestly, they're probably swapping between about to just scream out and trying to hold back more vomit.
Poor thing.
They will just like almost fall backwards onto the ground and just start freaking out as these spiders are crawling out everywhere. And this one's like almost lunged at it previously, and I guess I'll imbue legend into my fire purview for Heaven's Fire, though it's
Okay.
definitely not like of their own intent, and more just out of the id frightenedness of what's happening.
So do you want to use that as an attack?
Yeah, so I can make like essentially manifest fire to be a weapon of sorts, and in this case I was just thinking it would, like, they're kind of terrified of something and they're looking at it and it just ignites in flames, like with a like heat starts rising up around them, and very Super Saiyan for just a second, but to everyone around them, and then like fire just ignites around the sort of one of the wait, are both the swarms dead? Is
Oh
that
yeah,
what I
they're
was
gone.
hearing?
They're gone.
Okay.
Wait. Does the thing burst into flames in Nemesis's arms? Because
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Is I'm like, okay, well,
it.
Well,
Yeah?
you
Absolutely. Strong
shoot
narrative
fire. Like,
choices.
no, it's more like you literally shoot fire, but you're shooting it probably like reflexively at the giant spider.
Oh no, it says it can manifest however you want it to be. You don't
Oh.
have to like, show a shooting of the flame.
Okay.
In this case, I think they would manifest as them just being terrified, but I think it's still like a dexterity based attack, and I have no athletics, so
Okay.
we'll see.
Yeah. Well, do you have a different way to? I'm
Mhm.
trying to think if there's a different way. If you could use a different skill if you
I
can
mean,
kind of
I'd be
sell it
happy
to
to
me.
argue.
Please,
Different
please
finesse
argue with me.
thing.
I would. This is gonna get a little roundabout. I would say with with
It's your-
empathy for their strong ally, and with their kind of presence is what they would do.
Okay.
They'll try to it's very latently happening, so I feel like I want to choose something that makes sense of like not inherently being the focus of it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I like it.
presence and empathy, like they don't realize what they're doing, but at the same time in the back of their mind they're like, I don't want to burn Ace. Or I don't want to burn my brain has
Nemesis.
disappeared. Nemesis.
I'm
I
sorry,
like-
that's
I like-
my fault.
I
I'm
like
so
it.
sorry.
I like it because it's like literally your feelings caught on
Mhm.
fire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're just so passionate.
Like your
Athletics.
emotional passions literally just caught on fire and shot out of you. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
Thank you. I will roll with that then. Oh God.
Literally. Haha.
And remind me once again, zeros do explode, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. That is okay.
Kerploo.
7 successes.
Okay. So I think, in the interest of fun, also because it also did enough damage, that does it. Like, Nemesis perhaps like turns at the right moment that the fire ignites the spider creature, and it starts to sizzle and burn, and that disgusting like smell hits everybody's nose, and like it just and it
The distinctive sound of detonating spider.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't explode, but it definitely does that spider thing where it rolls over on its back and its legs kind of like
Oh, and it just curls into itself.
yeah.
Oh.
And it is deado. So that will bring us.
Its ghost pop up.
Its ghost does not pop up.
Okay.
But so what happens next is that that ends combat, of course, and then the next thing that happens is that I believe Kaz has snuck over to the tent. What were you intending to do at the tent?
I would like to transform myself.
Okay.
So I look like one of the people like working, like I don't know if they're doctors or scientists or nurses or whatever. Just one of the like two that were like moving the battery.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna engage or anything. But I'm gonna like go around the tent for a closer look. And I'd also like to. I still have Lane's phone, where everything is downloaded. I downloaded it, but do I have access to that computer, like remotely via the phone?
I'm gonna say that I think in the interest of expediency, you're just downloading all the data off of the laptop. But
Okay.
did you return Lane's phone, or are you still carrying it?
No, I still
No.
have it.
They
So
still have
so you're going to have an opportunity pretty soon. It's a lot of data, but you're going to have an opportunity pretty soon to have a look at that.
That's cool.
But-
I'd like to take pictures.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, you could get away with that, I think.
Okay, I'm gonna take as many pictures of supposedly a nudist.
He's probably a nudist. I mean, they're probably
Might be
naked.
naked.
Yeah,
He's pretty well dressed right now. He's not
Oh.
not naked or anything.
Okay,
He's
at
got
least
like a
I know
sleeve
that
rolled
he's
up for the eye.
completely nude with sunglasses on,
God, that'd be
like a
amazing.
baller.
But
Yeah, I'm gonna take pictures of just everything I can, like Anubis, the doctor, the two people, all of the equipment, just whatever I can.
okay, so you're getting a bunch of pictures of that. I like that.
Mhm.
But so several things begin to happen at once as you're getting your pictures, and you snuck up there during combat, so I think that's going to be possible. But of course, the sound of screaming spiders and fireballs and everything has alerted these people that were working. And two interesting things happen. Is the doctor looks out and sees most of you. He doesn't see Kaz. And then he sort of pulls the IV out really quick and spins around and seemingly dissolves into what looks to be a pile of forms.
Oh God, this
And then the
probably
other two,
won't help.
the other two individuals also dissolve into what you could only describe as piles of prescription drugs. Lane, I know what you're thinking. Don't eat them. Don't put them in your mouth.
Hey, do it.
Oh, as part of my order to protect you, you're not putting drugs that were people into your mouth.
So you're left now with
Actually,
this person that is starting to twitch.
Yeah. So, question actually, for the so I get my legend back because that's done.
Once you're done with the thing, if it's imbued,
Yeah.
you just retain it. That's correct.
I would like to. It's just pills that are on the floor, right? It's not like pill bottles.
No, just pills. It's like these individuals just like collapse into piles of pills.
This is going to sound extremely morbid, but could I try to identify what this might be within these pills?
The pills?
Yeah.
You're gonna need some time to do that.
Okay.
I don't know if you have your like pharmaceutical kit with you. It's gonna take you some time.
So the reason why I ask, and the reason why I say it's mildly,
Are they white ovals with an IP on it?
See, what I was gonna say was like, given my like, I have 5 points in medicine and my particular areas post-mortem, if I might be able to identify these as something that kills you, essentially, to see if they look like something that I have seen in the past when doing my mortuary services for folks.
Yeah, I think that you could do it. You're just going to need time to do it. And
okay. Because and the reason why I dig at this is because I have this harebrained idea where I have the purview where if I know the Ren or true name of something, I get a +2 enhancement on rolls to gain knowledge or understanding of them. So if I can figure out like what the name of this drug is, like if they dissolved into these drugs, if I can figure out what the drug name is, then theoretically I could gain an advantage in understanding them is kind of where I'm going with this.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out what it is so I can analyze.
We're gonna put a pin in that. You'll say you're gathering up some pills to get them in for next time, and then
just to get them for next time, you know.
I've stopped questioning it.
So
Lane's just like got a random prescription bottle that's unlabeled and they're just like scooping.
But it's good that you kind of went closer to the tent, because of what happens is that the individual suddenly sits up, stands up, and kind of literally throws the tent off.
Oh.
And you're noticing that this individual
standing right outside the tent is just like, hi.
This individual appears to be a lot bigger than you thought they were. Clearly clearing about 7 feet. This individual is now standing, and he turns to where Lane is still gathering these pills from the ground. And he looks at them, makes sort of a pose, comes down on one knee, and then makes his hands kind of like this, and says, "Lord Osiris."
Huh?
Wait. And he starts to approach you, and he's pretty intimidating. He's very tall. Like I said, he's about cutting 7 feet tall, and it's a little bit kind of like lanky, like very long limbs, and he's approaching you.
As he begins to approach Lane, Nemesis will head that way to kind of bodyguard.
Um,
Um,
he notes you, and he says, "What is the meaning of this? You are not him, and yet..."
And yet,
and
Explain yourself. Where am I?
oh,
the hostility is not needed.
you don't know where you are?
No.
Well,
A basement.
yeah.
I think it's safe to say you were being experimented on.
Why?
I don't know, we weren't doing it.
Why
That's-
is this place filled with the unquiet dead?
I feel like. Okay, so apparently, the people who were supposed to judge the dead are gone.
I am the
And-
judge.
Oh,
Well-
that explains so much.
Then it's because you haven't been able to do your job. Nobody has been able to judge them, apparently, from what they've said.
This explains so much and so very little at the same time.
But you, on the floor with the pills. Why? Why do you... Why do you... Why do you not... Why do you smell of him?
A little personal,
feels-
don't you think?
That feels like a really weird question to ask somebody. I'm not gonna lie. Smell like who? I'm sorry.
Show me your arm. No, the other.
Wait. Guys, was I asleep for a little bit? Did somebody play a? Oh. That's fresh.
What has he done?
Oh. What?
Can we, like, instead of using pronouns, maybe use names? That would be super great. Who's the he?
He looks at you. Osiris, Lord of the Underworld.
Uh,
I am
Oh, yeah, of
Anubis,
course.
his judge.
Why not?
Sure.
I'll
Who
make-
else would it have been, frankly?
I've been doing your work.
Yeah, you are.
Well, I intend to begin again soon, but something is afoot. That one has a part of Osiris.
I didn't. I did not take anything.
No, you would not
I
be
swear.
able to take. It was given for some reason. And if Osiris is not... If I am here, then Osiris must be taken. Because if I were taken, and he were awake, then I would not be taken.
You
So-
sound very tired. Maybe you should lie down again.
So, you're Anubis, like actually, genuinely.
Yes, I have said this. I am not capable of lies.
Yeah, that tracks. Oh, okay. Wow. So, do you remember how you got here, buddy?
It does not matter.
I kind of feel like it might.
Look,
What
it matters.
matters is that I must undo what is done and begin my work anew.
A new bus. Begin your work anew, bus. I'm sorry, this isn't funny. This is a really bad situation. I apologize. I shouldn't have left.
But it's also a little bit funny.
A little bit.
Thank you. Okay. Yep.
Do not have a sense of humor.
Well, that's your problem.
We've gotten onto that.
Yeah. Okay. So, hey, do you want to find Osiris and stop whatever is going on with the creepy people not passing on thing? And also, there's like spiders that are mechanical, I guess, that are doing things to ghosts. You want to help us with that? Because we're honestly just a bunch of humans, I think, that are in a weird situation, and we're meeting you and ghosts.
I
So-
care not for mechanisms and spiders and whatever
Okay,
other
but they're-
flippancy you speak of.
well, they're messing with the ghosts, man.
You are of Osiris, and you must find him.
What the fuck, man? Why do you think that I'm?
Silence! I will speak. In this moment, I bind you by your true names to find Lord Osiris. And he starts looking at each of you in turn. Kocholitzli, Katra Lausison, Messenahu Conahan, Boesis Jericho, and Duas Koamer. You must find Osiris. I must continue my work. You are bound to this task now. Do not fail. And with that, he transforms into what would be the most enormous jackal you've ever seen and starts to dig a hole in the floor. And once the hole is big enough, he leaps into it. And then all these sort of like green, misty, spectral forms start to flow from further up in the chamber down into the hole. And you
And
all
everybody
can
can see
see
that?
that. You can all see this now, yeah.
Okay, all right.
And then after a short bit, it closes.
Was that actually anyone's name, by the way? Because I didn't recognize mine in there, so I think you might have us mistaken for someone else.
I think it was. It felt.
I'm sorry.
Right.
I don't know how much you guys know about Norse mythology. In case you didn't hear, Laufeyson was in that.
Yeah.
No, that's
Hey, okay, so bear with me here. We all understand that ghosts are real, right? This is something that you all understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
obviously, yeah, ghosts are real. Yeah, big whoop for you guys. It's a thing. Also, other things, at least I believe, exist, and I have it on pretty good authority that just judging by how things have been going lately, and I might sound like a total nerd or a weirdo, whatever. I'm used to the names at this point, but I feel like there might be something bigger going on here, and I feel like perhaps it might be our destiny to do so. Maybe we're important in some way. You know, like this has never happened to me before, and I've never heard about it happening to anybody else before, and now we're in this like really weird situation, and like my arm is different, and it's like super itchy, and I don't know how to deal with that, and this is like completely new, and we're dealing with ghosts, and there's a fucking giant jackal. It's very obviously coded in God stuff, and
Kaz looks at Nemesis and is just like, is there an off button?
Lane's having a panic attack.
Nemesis will very slowly reach out, pull Lane in for a small hug, and just go, there.
I mean, realistically speaking, the only thing we can do is go with it, right? But like, while we're on that subject, since lucid dreaming is a thing and all,
Yeah.
does anyone remember when I fell asleep?
Bro.
Yes.
Lane is going to take a step back and is yeah. Actually, let me know if this is okay. CJ, I'm gonna be mildly violent for a second.
Will you slap me? Like, go for it.
Lane is gonna take a step back and is just gonna full slap Ro.
Ow!
I feel like
Are you
a
awake?
could have done that.
You get violent often when you have panic attacks.
No, but I mean, they think that they might be dreaming, and they say like pinch you. But if this is a lucid dream, then maybe you need more than a pinch. So I'm just.
Yeah, well, I haven't sat up yet. So either I took something really good before I went to sleep, or
Bro, we talked about this. Are you taking stuff again?
Awake.
Don't remember saying that was any of your business.
Okay, well.
All right, real quick.
I guess that could be
Real quick.
Have anything?
Do you
If
see
it's-
me? Ro, do you see me?
Yeah.
Take a deep breath. What do you smell?
What does Rose smell?
Do you smell the air of this cavern? Do you smell the freshly turned earth?
Yes.
All right.
Smells a little weird.
What do you taste?
Actually. My mouth is kind of dry, actually. So.
Like grave dirt, maybe?
Do you hear my voice?
Yes.
And you clearly felt that slap, right?
Yeah.
All five
Thank
senses.
you.
All five senses. You're awake.
Oh shit. All right. Then I guess we've got no choice but to go with it.
We'll say while you all are talking, Kaz, are you still over by the remains of the tent? Okay. So over there by the tent there's still the laptop was just knocked over. It was on a table. There's also the cot, and some of the various equipment that was hooked up to Anubis is now, on the ground. One of the things that you can see that now the table is knocked over is a blinking red light that's blinking in an erratic pattern.
Like a constant pattern? Or
It's not constant. Like, it's not rhythmic. It seems to be blinking in... Without a better look, it could be. It could be Morse code. You'd have to kind of look at it for a minute, but it's definitely blinking in some kind of a... Not a rhythmic pattern. Some kind of a... Like if you didn't know better, it would look random.
Okay, I'm gonna go like closer to it
Okay.
to inspect where the what the light is part of, and also watch like the pattern. I feel like I'd know Morse code.
Yeah, it's not Morse code.
Damn.
Then,
Is it ancient Egyptian Morse code?
no. It's
Hieroglyphic Morse code.
it's blinking.
Thieves can't.
It is blinking, and the message, if it is a message, is repeated. So you can see like what looks to be a pattern, and the pattern stops, and then it starts again.
Can I go through the files that I downloaded to see if there's any like, codebreaker documents or anything? Cipher?
You can. That may take you a little while.
That's fine. But first, what is it attached to? Like, what do I see? Like, what is the light on?
The light looks like it was attached to the laptop, but now it is
So
not.
it's just like a light bulb?
Just a small like red LED.
Oh, okay.
It was attached to the laptop. Now the table's knocked over. It is no longer attached to the laptop, but it is still blinking.
Well, I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay.
And do I know that it was attached to the laptop?
It looks like, I would say that's fairly, not common sense, but it's fairly obvious that that's what it was attached to.
Okay, then I'm gonna go to the laptop and like try to find where it like came off of to reattach it.
Looks like it was just hooked up to a standard USB.
Plug it in.
Okay. It's still blinking.
Can I look through those for like a cipher?
Do you want to analyze?
Yeah, what else am I supposed to
Okay.
do?
No, I'm just asking you what you want to do with this blinking light.
I want to figure out what it's saying.
Can
Okay.
I, if it's possible, if it's like taking some time and Kaz is like looking over stuff, I think Lane sort of gravitates towards the technological equipment because that's their bag.
Okay.
And they're like kind of looking over the shoulder of Kaz, like watching and like trying to observe the red light blinking situation, and they'll sort of lean over Kaz's shoulder and then just be like, you mind if I take a look at that?
Sure. And they'll just give the laptop to them while still looking through their phone where the downloaded documents were.
Ray probably just sits somewhere, to be honest.
Is it
Okay.
possible for me to attempt to like take apart the thing that like has the red blinking light to try and figure out like what might be involved, like circuitry wise? Like, is this something that's like sending a signal? Is this something that's just like just a light? Like trying to figure out the purpose of the light.
That's something that you could do.
Sick. I would love to do that as I drop my own light.
And Nemesis will find whatever spot Ro is sitting at, sit down right next to her.
Them?
Okay, so we've got a couple different, it looks like, things that folks want to do. So it sounds like, Kaz, you want to hack into the information that came from into the phone? Okay. You got the laptop on now, so that will actually make this a little bit easier. So you're gonna make a roll. Let's see, it'd be like technology plus one of your mentals. So while you're putting that together, Lane, you're just trying to disassemble a light.
Yeah, I'm trying to disassemble that like red light thing just to see if it's a what its deal is. Like if it's mundane, if there's more to it than that.
Okay. That'll be a mental plus technology.
Sick. Okay. I'm gonna do intellect tech.
They reroll zeros, right?
And they count as one success.
That's what are successes again? Is it just 8, 9?
Nines and
Eights,
tens?
nines, and tens.
Oh, 9.
Oh, eights, nines, and tens. Ooh. Okay. Then I have more successes than I thought.
4.
8.
8. Okay, so we'll do this one at a time. So 8 successes is, yeah, you start to pull this light apart, and you notice a couple things about it. Is number one, it is definitely transmitting something, and the light itself is part of that process. You think that the light itself is a message, and this is how the message is coded through this red light. But the strange thing is the whole, how is the light blinking when it's not connected to the laptop? And there's some elements to this that don't make sense. But with that many successes, I believe that you can actually translate the message, and we're gonna come back to that because that's going to change, I think, what everybody's going to do. Kaz, you find mostly data, but you unlock in that data, like it's pretty unreadable data, lots of Excel spreadsheets and things like that don't make a whole lot of sense. But you do find an audio log file, which you can listen to now if you want, or listen to later.
Does Lane figure out the translation before I find it?
I would say
Or
this would happen. They probably happen at the same time, but if it's your preference to start with what the translation of the red light is, we can do that, or you can listen to these audio logs. There's not a lot of them, but
do the translation first.
okay. So Lane, what you figure out.
Question, actually. I want to know, but also I want Ro and Nemesis and possibly Jericho to be able to have their panic attack moment. So I think they were chilling for a second, probably while Lane and Kaz were hunkering down.
It just depends on how quickly this happens, really.
I mean, Lane's a tech whiz, but they're probably like mumbling to themselves for a while they're doing everything, so it could take a bit.
Jericho's actually like very quiet right now and just not fully processing everything, kind of retreating into themselves more or less, and just like looking at everyone and then looking at themselves in their hands. They're just a little freaked out by whatever is going on, but not screaming about it anymore or vomiting.
Maybe? Or maybe it's worse.
Exactly. Could get worse. It could always get worse.
Jericho, you okay, son?
What? Yeah. I'm fine. Thank you. Are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
That's good.
You seem a little, shook up.
No, this is all perfectly normal. I went to a party and Things caught on fire. I threw up.
Hell of a party.
Huh?
Hell of a party.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes disassociation helps. It's fine.
Yeah, and they're just gonna kind of like look past you and just sort of walk a little bit forward and away, kind of looking at their hands, not sure of what to do at the moment. Maybe they need a tool in their hands or some kind of like art thing to do, or maybe they're processing that they might be the one who's setting all these fires around themselves. They're coming to terms.
He'll be all right.
Yeah. It'll sink in eventually, I reckon.
So, hey, where do you get your ideas from?
Well, sometimes they just come to me, and sometimes they come from dreams. That's why it's a little bit confusing when something absolutely off the wall happens, and it's not a dream.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that feeling. I know that
At
feeling
least
pretty
I'm not
well.
alone. That's good, I guess.
Now you coming over there, you weirdos?
I think I got it. Cue translation.
Cue translation. Your so what you figure out is that the light was transmitting in sort of an advanced binary code. And
Oh, that doesn't work. I'm non-binary. Sorry.
Fuck.
I'm sorry.
Fuck, I was not expecting that.
If you're multiple genders, does that make you advanced binary then?
there you go.
Instead of non-binary?
Wow.
Okay, so the message is
Get to add
the message is the message that's being transmitted from the light over and over reads as follows. I'm sorry. It says, security protocol engaged. Omega level divinity now present on premises do not engage. Blue team, escort non-combat personnel from premises. Green team, secure exits and entries. Red team, prepare to breach. Hostiles believed to be on premises. Beta level divinities, engage range protocol with Scorcher support. Permission to terminate granted.
I think we gotta
Lane is going to
Shit.
Lane's like listening to this and they're like, hey guys, we're in danger, probably. Just okay.
If
And
we're in
I'll relay like what I've translated the message to be, and I'm just gonna say, I'm sure most of you guys just think that I'm probably a little bit crazy, and that's totally fine. But in this particular instance where we've experienced a lot of weird stuff, I feel like perhaps we are the ones who are the persons that they're gonna try and kill. So maybe we should try and leave.
should go. Yes. Okay. Let's do that.
Yeah.
then.
Let's try to go.
Tangentially, out of character, but tangentially, how much momentum do we have this session?
That's a great
This
question.
session 2.
Just in case I need to be unassuming.
Yeah, we have 2.
Okay, cool.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. So
Gaz is just gonna start walking out.
yeah, we should.
If we're in danger, we should,
Let's go.
Absolutely. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm taking.
Sounds
Wait,
good.
did I find the audio files on the laptop or the phone?
The data is the same because you downloaded the data from the laptop to the phone. So the audio
Yeah.
files are ready to listen to at your leisure, which
Hmm.
I assume you
phone.
don't have your leisure right now. So
No, yeah, but on the phone. Okay, cool.
So
Then
I
we
will. I'm going to do a quick change here. I will say that as you kind of head towards the exit, which is back the way you came, it does seem like there's probably some noise coming from up that way. If you were to interpret it based on the message, that's probably red team.
Whoever they
No
are.
other exits in here.
Red team was
There are no other exits.
where there
You
was.
see.
Big old hole Anubis dug.
It
Just
closed.
yeet ourselves into it.
Oh,
It closed. What does it say red team was again? Or were they the ones who were
SWAT team?
They're the breaching team.
cool?
Murder.
Cool. Great. Awesome. So the way that we came is where we're hearing voices from?
Oh yeah.
Mhm. And that is the only way.
The only way out we know of.
We,
Hey, so guys, I think that they want to kill us, and I don't know what that looks like in this particular instance, so maybe we should try to avoid that.
How many of you have cell phones?
I don't have one because Kaz has mine.
But what does that
Mirko
mean?
has a flip phone, probably.
Very underground, Jerk.
Realistically, Ro probably has a cell phone.
Well, we'll make this fun this way. Lane's cell phone rings.
Can you get reception down here?
I hear, you just hear the
I didn't
like
get reception in
Twilight
mail.
Zone theme, and Lane just goes,
Twilight Zone.
"Oh, Cass, I think you still have my phone. Thank you." And they will, hello?
And you get like, hey, y'all missed the helicopter. Where the hell you been?
Is this? Wait. Who are you?
It's Mercury Highwind. What the hell you think it is? Like, where are you? That helicopter was not cheap.
Hey. Huh. How are you calling me right now?
On a phone.
I have
You
no
all right? How was the party? You have too much to drink or something? You do some drugs? You
I don't think
walk
so.
of shame or something? Like, where are you?
We met, I think, Mercury. Hey,
Take the phone.
hey, Mercury, do you know about, oh god.
Kaz, are you just
Lane?
taking the phone?
Is that okay, Megan?
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Kaz will just take
Lane's
the phone.
like,
Hi, because you said his name, right? You said Mercury?
yeah, I said Mercury.
This wasn't part of the deal, you fucking asshole. Get us out of here.
What do you mean?
Get us out of here. We're about to be fucking marked. Get us out of here.
We're marked. What are you talking about? You get caught? Where are you?
Oh my, we're like underground.
Mercury, there's somebody who said that they were Anubis and then they turned into a giant jackal and then they dug it, then they got themselves into a hole and then somebody turned into prescription drugs and another person turned to a pile of paper. What the fuck?
We can ask questions
Uh,
later.
okay,
Get
okay.
us out of here.
Okay. Put me on speaker.
I did it.
Okay.
What the hell, man?
And there is a hat switch. But we will make a change of continents as well. Well, I suppose that it's time to admit that I've been a bit dishonest.
Don't make it.
First, why the fuck not?
It is not the time. You need to get us out of here. You can talk about your lies later.
Well, no,
Got a point.
I must talk about myself first because it might explain the situation. I am Mercury, that much was true, but I'm also Hermes. That fellow on the FTD florist packages with the fast. Yes, that's me.
I think I buy my coffee from.
How did
No.
you end up? I know how Kaz ended up there. I sent them there. How did the rest of you end up there?
Oh, right. We haven't brought you up to speed. So we went to a party and they tried to kill all of us, and then we jumped into the underworld, and now we're here.
Yeah, I drank a weird black goo that you. Oh, wait, hold up.
Told you
You-
not to.
You didn't.
You're not dead. That's fascinating. But
No.
I did tell you not to drink it.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
did.
I told them to drink it, so.
they did. Yeah. that's true.
You would do that. Yes, but it's funny because I told you not to do it, and you must have assumed that I was lying because I am a fantastic liar. And
Really?
Sure.
and so
No,
you
no,
didn't
I
trust me and you
forgot.
drank it. It was a perfectly. That's great. Okay, so the whole being murdered thing. I suppose I should. It's hard for me to focus. I
Yeah,
suppose that what we need to do is get you out of there, right?
Yeah, we're in
Really?
impending doom currently. Great peril of death, probably.
Mhm.
So
I can't find you, so that's a tragedy, as it were. However, I have a place to send you. I'm sending you to the
Anywhere's better than
library.
here.
I'm sending you to the Library of Alexandria. How's that sound? That sounds wonderful. I know it does because I'm sending you there. Okay, so what? So let's go through some things. What do you have? What do you have on you?
phones, a lot of prescription drugs,
A gun.
paper,
Gun.
a gun, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck.
What?
Did you take anything from the vault other than the snake bowl or whatever it was?
The vault.
No, that's all I took.
That's a shame. There probably was something in there that could have helped.
Wasn't really interested.
I got a nice hat.
Oh, a nice hat. That won't help us at all.
I took a
Um,
note.
What are
Apparently,
you looking for?
A
an
note.
arm.
What about the note?
A note. It had
A note
had
out of the vault.
lipstick on it.
Oh,
A note.
The note.
Yes.
that had the kiss on it.
Had kisses on it. It seemed
Yeah,
charming.
I kissed it.
Great band.
Calling card.
It wasn't.
Wait, you did that?
It wasn't a sort of a. Was the note folded in a particular shape?
It was folded like a boat.
Oh, okay. That's what we're going to use. Prayer is never going to forgive me for this, but okay. So that note is not a note. It is in fact a boat. That rhymes. That's wonderful.
Come again?
That is. That okay. It's a boat. Start.
The boat note.
I'm going to have to
That
let you
sounds
go soon. And you need to stop using these cell phones because I think that's how you'll be tracked. But unfold the boat, and it should come out to be a larger boat, and then just get in the boat. It's going to be terrifying at first, but get in the boat. Set your mind to the Library of Alexandria, Virginia. Alexandria, Virginia, I should say. Set your mind to that, and the boat will take you there.
And that
Never
clears
stopped
up a few
getting
things. That's better than stepping foot in the past. And Ray's gonna take their phone and just throw it on the ground and step on it. Let's go.
Okay.
I back up everything.
Oh, that was your phone. Okay. Whew, I thought you
It was your phone. I threw my phone on the ground.
Okay. Okay.
Because Mercurius just said that we're gonna be tracked with our phones.
Yes. So anyway, I'm going to let you go. Get out of there post haste. I will, I don't know if I'll contact you again, and even if I've said I would, that doesn't mean it's the truth.
You did not explain really how? Would we just think happy thoughts and go?
Yes,
Here,
that's
let me
exactly
borrow
how
that.
it works.
Listen,
And
I
it's
just
going to
Rob, don't you dare take my phone!
take Lane's phone and
Don't you dare take my phone!
I don't know.
try to upload things to the cloud. Is it working?
Lane
I
is
was
just
gonna
like,
try to send
please,
it to mine.
please be careful with my phone. Please
Oh,
don't.
I mean, we're gonna at least have to take the SIM card out, Lane.
That's-
I
Anyway,
know a lot about technology
That's,
because in my dream I'm really bad at technology and it was a weak point and just is jamming the upload button.
no, please.
anyway,
upload.
ta-ta for now. I don't want them tracking me, and I suspect
Yep,
that if
bye.
they could
Hangs
catch
up on him.
Anubis. All right.
And it's just like,
So you're uploading
we
things to
need
the
those
cloud.
files. Yeah.
Jericho, I believe you have the paper
Fuck,
boat.
this is slow.
I do. What the fuck are we going to do with this?
Unfold it, man. Just fucking unfold it. See what happens.
Do let me know if and when the upload is successful.
Just start unfolding it, yeah?
You begin unfolding it, and before your eyes, as you just each fold you make starts to make the boat larger and larger until it is a seeming impossibility that a full, what appears to be a Viking longship, is now present in the chamber with a
Monstrous.
set of what looks to be very silent elves at the oars, and a very large lipstick mark on the side of it now.
We don't have time for
Done.
questions.
Things happen to me
Is
today.
it uploaded?
Is it uploaded?
We can say it's uploaded, yeah.
uploaded?
So
All right. So
Belong.
with the bit uploaded, Ro is gonna like very quickly just and like true to their word, not smash the entire phone like they did with theirs, but is gonna grab like a hair, like a pin, not even a hairpin, that would be too big, and just pop out the SIM card and just crush it, and be like, "You're the technology whiz. SIM card's out. Make sure it's good," and hand it back to Lane.
You know,
I would.
there are ways that I could have.
We don't have the time.
That's fair. Kaz,
Look,
did you have something to say?
yeah.
Oh, it was like out of character. I'm just gonna say because my technology is specifically in security systems, that you cannot trace my phone.
Hell
So
yeah.
that's ID.
that makes sense. I mean, you wouldn't want someone to be like, "Where's the thief?"
Right.
Let's track their IP address.
If that is what you choose to believe, that's fine.
Are
Bro,
you
just
as
like,
the ST gonna tell me that it's not?
Let's say not through natural means. But anyway,
Oh, well then it doesn't
no.
matter.
It's very believable, I think, that you would believe that your phone is untrackable. And it
Rogue.
may be supernaturally untrackable. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Ro will look at Lane and be like, "Look, you can get a new SIM card," and just motion to their own completely destroyed phone on the floor.
I know that I can. It's just.
All right, we should probably get
Get in
into
the
this
boat.
fucking
Yeah.
ship.
Yep.
Yes.
Still wrapping my
You're
head
right.
around this.
The echo of stomping boots and tactical teams is starting to get closer.
Yeah, let's do that.
Getting on the boat. Do-do-do-do.
All right. You all board the boat, making your way around a bunch of sort of like silent elves. And you know that they were
This is
elves
weird.
just because they have, pointy ears like you kind of expect elves to have, but they don't say anything.
Yeah, Lane is sort of walking by them and just going, "Is anybody else? Y'all are seeing the elves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yep, it's not just me. Cool. Hey guys." Lane will sort of like wave to the elves. Thanks, I think.
They just sort of nod.
Great.
At the
Everybody on? Sorry, Kat.
Alexandria, Virginia.
Yeah, we need to go to the
Oh, yes,
Library of
let's-
Alexandria, Virginia.
Library of Alexandria, Virginia.
There is an elf
Everybody think that.
that is at the rear of the boat, kind of at the keel, I guess is what you call that. Please don't hate if I don't know nautical terms. He nods. That is the destination. And
Yep.
out of nowhere, from above you, a massive light spills down into the room, and then a sort of like rainbow of colors grabs the boat, or surrounds the boat, and the boat starts to spin very fast, and it launches up into the sky at uncomfortable speeds.
You know, this reminds me of Willy Wonka!
And so you're all just flying into the air in a Viking boat. And then eventually it comes to a halt, a sudden halt, and if you're looking out into the boat, you are above the clouds. And that is the point at which the elves start rowing, and the boat begins to move at speed. And yes, you are... I don't know if this is the weirdest part of your day, but you are in a flying Viking ship.
Maybe I need to be writing more fantasy.
I mean,
I
I'm
think
just
I'm gonna
saying
cry.
that I'd read it.
I do
This will
think
be
I'm
my one-off.
Okay, so everybody believes that this is happening, right? We're all seeing the same thing.
You know, at this point, I really don't know anymore. I'm just going with it.
About it, Jericho. You seeing this?
To quote that one movie, Prometheus, are you seeing this? You know? The alien movie?
Yep.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Jericho's just looking around, still stunned by everything, just not really sure what to do. But they are just, you can just see their brain is just not computing at all, yet also completely taking it in now. And they're just sort of trying to experience it now. They're just looking at everything.
Ro is gonna pull out a flask and kind of nudge it toward him and be like, no pressure. It's just whiskey, though, if you'd like some.
I don't really drink.
No pressure. And puts it back.
No,
you know where
I'll
it is?
take it. I'll take it.
Oh, okay, here you go.
And then they'll take too big of a swig, show that that is very true that they don't drink, and then try to hand it back, take another sip, do it again, and then hand it back to you.
Like if you're
Burns
They'll
will
probably
take
start
the
like
edge off.
pulling out some kind of like really fucked up charcoal that's like been smashed to bits through all this adventure, and try to start scrambling on some scrolled up paper or some shit. Or like scrumpled up, not scrolled up. Just whatever's in their pockets
Well,
that they can use to try to at
as
least
you're-
draw whatever the hell is happening and process this.
If you're looking
Full
over the side of
disclosure,
the...
it's definitely whiskey. It's just whiskey. Full out of character disclosure. Just whiskey.
I love whiskey. It's
Just-
perfect.
Just to make the
Play it
moment
by
even
person.
more unusual, is if you kind of glance over the side of the boat, you just maybe blow by a 737. You're going much faster.
Okay.
Oh, this. God, I hope this is fucking real. You all, okay. Hey, here's what we're gonna do. And Lane's gonna take their phone, and they're just gonna. Alright. This has to be real, and they're gonna try and take a selfie with everybody involved. This. I have to have a picture of this if this is real. And honestly, I really hope that it's real, because I have always thought that there had to be more to the world than just the mundane bullshit, and I finally feel like there's actually a reason to live. If this is true, this is amazing. And this
Ro
is
like
everything that I could
poses for
wanted.
the photo with you, but after a second is like, oh shit, I hope you got it. Another fucking nosebleed. And it's just like,
Are you okay? Do you need some water? I think I have.
how is that gonna help with a nosebleed?
Well, I mean, maybe you're just like having some altitude issues, and so you just. I mean,
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like-
good.
you have to
There's a-
My
hydrate.
whiskey.
There's
It's
going
just
to be
like-
a picture that's going to be found later on their phone when they remember these adventures, look back on them, and it's going to be Lane hyped as hell, Ro like wiping their nose, and off the
Wiping
bat,
blood.
Lane just barely
Jericho
catching
vomiting.
it is Jericho throwing up over the edge after the 787's passing by.
Somebody
Just a beautiful
in
shot.
that plane just has like vomit on the side of their like window for some reason.
Right, just out of nowhere.
Like,
They're like, is
whoa!
that bird shit?
Yeah, like comedy moment.
There's always been more than just what you see. I've been
I always thought so, but this is proof, isn't it?
yeah, but there, it's more than you think, though. I've been doing this a long time, and I've never been able to explain it. I have no idea what it is.
You've been doing this?
This thing with the dead. I've been doing it for as long as I can remember. And there were times growing up when I'd be out there on the prairie, and I'd always feel like there was something else out there waiting for me, but not to harm me, but it was waiting for me to become it. I can't really explain it any better than that, but
Destiny.
this thing here, you think this is big stuff, but there's more to it even than that. And I feel like I'm finally going to get some answers.
It's a good way to look at it.
God, I hope so. I am tired.
Do you want any whiskey?
I don't drink. Makes me mean.
That's not just like a luchador thing then.
Huh?
I don't know. Sorry. Never mind.
Hey, just as a small side note, while we're talking here, so we did see that person disappear into a bunch of pills, right? That did happen.
We did.
I have a bottle of them, and also that guy did claim to be Anubis, and also I did. Ro, from personal experience, this wasn't always here, and now, that, it feels, very real, and itchy, and also, the boat is a thing. So this is there's a lot of stuff that's we're all experiencing together, and I don't think that I could have imagined all of this granted, sounds like a fucking fantastic, like, if you were to play like a modern D&D campaign or something like that, this would be very interesting. Totally. But like, I don't think that I could have imagined. What?
I
Don't
said
look
you're
at me.
such a nerd.
You'd like D&D if you played it. But that's beside the point. So this is definitely there's physical proof that this is a real thing that's happening. Just to be real for a second. So are we just all on the same page that this is definitely happening to us?
Yeah. This ain't a dream. It's not your imagination. You're not high. You're not drunk. This is happening here and now today.
It's
Cool.
entirely
Yep.
possible. I don't know any of you guys. It's entirely possible that whatever is going on is just, you know, maybe I got caught. Maybe I'm knocked out somewhere. Because, I did steal a very important thing, I suppose.
What did you steal?
None of your business.
We're flying in a boat. What did you
Yeah.
steal?
Don't let it miss it. It's a bowl. Piece of art. No big deal. But
Jericho
nothing
gonna
to
use
do-
to puke in?
Absolutely fucking not. Nobody lays a hand or bodily fluids on this piece.
Okay.
I'm surprised he's got anything left in his stomach, really. It's kind of
The elf-
impressive.
The elf in the back
Most
of the
whiskey.
boat.
I'll have another though.
The elf in the back of the boat at the keel suddenly says, "We descend. Please hold on." In a very monotone sort of way. And yeah, the boat dips uncomfortably forward and starts to spiral down.
Why is the spinning? Why must it do that?
Yeah, don't you have a part of dissension?
You're not getting any answer from them. And the boat descends, and very gradually you start to see the twinkling lights of what you hope is Alexandria, Virginia, below you. And it descends, and the boat pulls up in front of what appears to be a very sort of cozy bar, bed and breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Is anybody outside of the boat reacting to the fact that we just rode in on a fucking Viking ship from the sky?
No, it's a little remote. Like it's not. It's a little bit outside of town, and also it's at this point it's nighttime. So that's a good question, though. But as far as you can tell, no one has reacted to a flying Viking boat coming out of the sky.
Oh, hell.
Bless you.
Thanks.
It's the demons.
No, dogwood.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the pollen's terrible around this time of year.
Do you,
I don't really get allergies anymore, though, weirdly enough.
Is there?
Never had them in my life.
That's
He then cries in meta for his own allergies.
sorry, Kaz, repeat what you just said.
there anybody to greet us? Like Mercury?
No.
I'm gonna need a new phone.
So we just descend in front of this bed and breakfast. What is there a sign on the building?
Yeah, there's a small kind of approaching the sidewalk that leads up to it. There's a sign that says the library.
Oh, so we must be in Alexandria, Virginia. Actually, yeah, could I check my phone and do the like maps location thing to try and figure out where
Wasn't
I
your
am?
phone destroyed or
No,
I
Rose phone.
destroyed the SIM card. I
Oh,
destroyed my phone. I destroyed the SIM card in Lane's, and I said something along the lines of, "You're the tech whiz, make sure it's safe."
Without the SIM card, you can't use.
Yeah, I will attempt to
Unless you got
connect
Wi-Fi.
to whatever local free Wi-Fi that there is.
Local free Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
Middle
that's a
of-
thing.
yeah,
No,
there's some available Wi-Fi.
Where? You hack into the neighbors because they haven't secured it is probably more likely.
I love all
No.
these like I do love all these conventional solutions to supernatural problems.
Or I just use my fucking my wireless interface thing to make my phone work without a SIM card.
Like y'all just flew on like a magic boat through the sky,
Like-
and it's like, well, let's check MapQuest to make sure the magic boat took us to the right place, okay?
That's
I
the
love
way
it.
to do
I love
it.
it.
Yeah.
But we'll
Elaine
say-
will pull up her phone and try and figure out where exactly they are.
Shall I
Okay, we'll say-
hop in and get us a room? I mean, we're stuck here,
we'll
as
say
far as I
that
know.
we'll say that while you're checking, like trying to get on Google Maps or MapQuest to figure out where you are, an individual does come to the front, looking sort of like I do, except much more handsome. With
Impossible.
Impossible.
he has kind of like long hair with like it shaved down the sides with some tattoos running up those and a little bit of a beard with two like braids in it. And he's a good like 6'5" or so, piercing eyes, and if you didn't like recognize it immediately, like he almost glows. Not really like a real glow, but it glows a little bit. So,
Does he smell interesting to me?
does he smell interesting to you? I don't know what smells interesting to you. Like how do you mean?
And the divine is what I mean by that.
I can
Um,
sense the presence of fate bindings. Is it weird?
It's not a bad weird, but this person is clearly divine. Yes,
Okay, cool.
with all this information,
Um,
and they do address you. It's like they'll come in already. They'll just
I
stand.
think we're all right.
Yep.
Let's go.
The Wi-Fi hasn't worked in years. Just please come in. Fold up the damn.
Row goes.
Please fold up the damned boat and get in here.
Okay. Jericho looks really nervous in front of this fella and is going to just get working on trying.
You start folding up the boat. Well, it's surprisingly easy, and it folds back up into a piece of paper.
yeah,
No way that.
Okay.
That's no way.
you're just really
I've
good.
been
at
doing that with my
Oh,
bicycle this entire time.
Their whole intent was just to do it, and they did it, and they're like, I don't know how that worked, but okay.
So do you all follow this person into the?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, as a before I do, actually, just because I did my vibe check, Lane's just gonna say like, okay, hold. You gotta let me know. You can just off the bat. Do you know anything about what the fuck's going on right now?
There's many things that are going on, but
Do you know about us?
you're clearly some kind of godkin, maybe?
Okay, cool. That's all I needed to know.
Please,
Are you
please,
gonna try and
you're making me feel rude. Please come inside.
Cool.
I trust him.
You're not
Let's
gonna
go.
try and kill us though?
I don't
Kaz
like.
is last to go in. They'll wait till everybody goes.
Rose probably first, actually. I was just like, yep.
Nemesis happily goes.
You can go in, okay. And as you come in, you know, this individual who is very gregarious is kind of turning around like, "Oh, welcome to the library. Please make yourselves at home. I will prepare a drink of some sort if that's what you prefer."
Yes.
Oh,
Probably.
excellent.
A really
I-
good strong green tea.
We don't have any guests right now, but you know, make yourself at home. Have a seat. I will bring out. Oh, what do we have? We have mead.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you have like an espresso machine?
Mead?
Mm, no, I don't think we have espresso. But just have a seat at one of the long tables. Make yourself at home. Are you hungry or?
You know? Yeah.
I shall
I
roast
should
you some
probably
venison.
pad the mead with something.
Actually, yeah, the food that we had, we've been doing stuff for a while, and the food that we had at the party was actually horrible. So
The champagne was atrocious.
it was really, really bad.
Ah, I have roasted an elk, and I am excited to share with you.
Do you have any like roast veggies or anything like that?
Yes, of
Okay.
course.
Okay, cool.
Anything
Yeah,
that you want, I will provide because I am a friend.
I just don't want to be a burden, you know. If you've got bread and salt, I'm cool.
There is no burden that I cannot carry.
Are you?
I
Okay.
like this person.
I'm
Hey,
sorry. Have I not? I have been rude, and I have not
Hey,
introduced myself.
No. Hey, you know what? There's been a lot of weird god shit lately. Are you a god?
Yes, absolutely, I am.
You're
That's why I
at-
was trying to get to the introduction because I am. My name is Balder Odin's son.
You're Balder. Oh, I was
Huh?
expecting Atlas because you said the burden thing, and yeah.
Oh,
Of course,
surely like my. Surely
why
my.
not?
Surely I thought you had. I apologize for not introducing myself. I apologize. My great handsomeness would have given it away, but sometimes I forget that.
I'm not.
Blinded
I'm
by
not
it.
guys.
Really. That's all.
But please, I will return shortly with food and drink. Make yourselves at home. We are still waiting for one other guest, and they will be along shortly, I'm sure. Very punctual. But please, and so he starts
Wait,
to wander
sure.
off, and
Hey man, who are we waiting for?
he doesn't say. He's off to get some
Cool.
elk meat and mead. And so this cafe, this bar or whatever, it kind of looks like it might be both, has very long tables, just like 3 gigantically long tables. Lots of beautiful antique wood. Everything is antique wood, and yeah, you get kind of a vibe of maybe the hipster version of a Viking hall. It's not what you necessarily expect from a library.
Ty, did you have something you were gonna say?
Yeah, I was just waiting for the description. Like for him to finish. Kaz is gonna immediately scope out the place and get a layout, and all of the exits.
Okay. There is a door behind the bar. There is a door in the front, and there is another door off to the side that appears to have what at first glance would be runes, but There's not one kind of rune. It looks like there's a lot of different kinds of lettering. There's some Greek lettering, there's some Chinese characters, there's Japanese characters, there's Norse runes, all kinds of runes in this door. And
Like
those
a
are the
hallway
three
of
doors.
them?
Hmm?
Like a hallway of more doors with the different.
No, it's just a door with all kinds of these
Oh.
symbols carved into it.
One does not simply walk in.
I'm gonna walk in.
Doors.
More doors.
Are there more doors?
Few of them.
Oh yes, there is one more door.
One
It's-
more door,
Um,
and one does not simply walk into that.
there's
Can
what would be an open hallway out to what looks to be the rooms of the bed and breakfast.
Can I open the door that has all the carvings on it?
If you try to open that door, it feels as heavy as stone.
Hmm.
So it's almost like it looks like a piece of wood, but feels almost like it had been like a piece of stone had been put in the way.
Okay.
Anything interesting over there, Kaz?
A door that will not open with,
A little interesting.
you said every language?
All kinds of them, yes.
Well, I'm gonna imagine that I know several. What do I like? Can I understand in at least one or two to see if
Yeah.
they say the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, they mostly the ones that you can read are giving you some indication of like sealed shut.
So then at Rose's question, I say, there's something behind that door. Because it specifically says that it's sealed shut in many languages. Doors somebody doesn't want anyone to go through.
Thoreau.
And that's when Balder does return with some food and some drink and says, "Oh, that's the door to the library. It'll open when it means to."
Right.
Of course it will.
Mercury said that we were supposed to go there.
Ah, that's certainly why you are here. It'll be soon enough. I think that the librarian, so to speak, will want to talk to you first. They should be here soon. I'll give you the food, and oh, I think I hear them now.
Who's the librarian?
Well,
You
will
hear-
see, I suppose.
The hooting of an owl outside. And then what sounds like a thump on the porch that you entered. And the door opens, and in walking is what appears to be a woman with gray eyes, black hair, and the smartest, like, business suit. Just perfect. A white business suit. Walks in. And immediately approaches your table where you all got some food out and looks at you all and just says, "I want to know everything immediately." And just sort of folds her hands and looks at you.
Whoa.
"Why
Hey,
are
man.
you here? Who are you?"
Who
Hey.
the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Would you care to join us? We've got elk, apparently, and mead. And our friend Balder here can provide anything else you might want.
We've got some vegetables.
I want
Ro
my
is actively pouring themselves mead.
I want my questions answered first. Who are you, and why are you here?
My name's Ro. Drinks the mead. Just done.
Does this person like give off any vibes? I don't know.
They are clearly divine.
They call me.
Okay, here's the thing. Demanding answers when none of this has really been, what's the word? I suppose us going into the basement was consensual. However, there was no, choice for us to take the little ship here. So yeah, no, I don't think that you have any position to be demanding answers when we don't know what the fuck is going on.
Moreover, you've been invited to sit and feast with us. And to say no is a clear violation of the laws of hospitality. You don't want to do that, do you?
You seek information.
Yep.
I asked your names to see if you would lie. And you have not yet. Kaz is everything I was told to expect of them. But I'll just start with this.
Why ask my name if you already know it?
Just as I told you, to see if you would lie. You don't understand the danger you're in. So let me begin with this. I am Pallas Athena.
Who?
Goddess of wisdom.
Yep. That tracks.
You were brought here because you may have some knowledge in the coming war. And as you may expect, I am also a goddess of war.
Well, take a seat. Let's talk.
Gladly. And
Let's remain standing.
they sit
does
in
not
the
touch
most, regimented way possible of sitting. Not a wrinkle in the suit.
Come on, Kaz. You've been fighting all night just like the rest of us. Take a rest while you can.
Fine.
Pretty pleased for me.
They'll sit.
Thank you.
If I was your enemy, you would be dead by now. Or more dead than you possibly already are. Do you know what you are?
Very fucking confused.
Hungry?
That is fair. You've been
A
dealing
little.
with Hermes.
Mildly horny?
Lane, what?
I mean, you look really good in that pantsuit. I'm sorry. That was inappropriate.
I expect your confusion. You've been dealing with Hermes. He's very confusing.
Who?
Hermes. Mercury. You've
Mercury.
brought his name up several times.
Yep. Okay.
I'm surprised you still have the clothes on your back.
Yeah, he's a bit of an asshole. We'll get to him.
He means well. You have been involved in a war that you don't understand. Because you are of us. You are divine, the children of divine. And that
Yeah, okay. Sorry, keep going.
Very well. So, do you have the data?
Of what
Uploaded
interest?
it onto the cloud.
Of what
I
interest
prefer-
is it to you?
The data is interesting to me because I intend to try to win this war. And we are at a
Well,
disadvantage.
what side are you on? And we know absolutely fuck all about this war, so we should probably start there. Yeah?
From the very beginning. If there is a beginning point, we should probably start there.
Very well. Let me start with the statement. Almost everything you knew of what mortals call mythology is real. As confusing as that is, it is truth. In the beginning, there were... Well, this is as far as my research has taken me, but in the beginning there were sort of primordial forces of creation, these sort of
Titans.
waters and air and fire, and some of us called us, our side of course called them titans, but it wasn't all titans, so to speak. It was unchained chaos given form. This chaos created the mortal world and created mortals, but that is why mortals are so chaotic and foolish. Somewhere, we became real. Probably because mortals wanted a sense of order, so their principles, their morals, their values gave birth to us, the gods. Why any of this happened, I don't care. What's important is that we, the gods, we failed. And in the 1940s, we saw our greatest failure, and that was when we decided to step back from the world forever. But something happened in our absence. I think that modernity has created something new. Something that doesn't mean well for the world, and there are at least some of us who want to change that. Now, what's most interesting is there's something that is what is you, really. You are neither mortal nor god, but perhaps the offspring of us and mortals, or of us and of each other, but there is divine potential in each of you. It simply must be nourished and nurtured.
Earlier, Anubis mentioned something about Osiris with that one.
Yeah, he...
Do they have Osiris?
Apparently they do.
Wait, okay, so...
The data, I suppose, will tell you. But if that one's Osiris's kid, what the fuck are we?
They seem to think... They thought that I was Osiris, and then they said that there was, like... I had part of Osiris. But...
Part of Osiris. I can't say that I understand yet. I think that you all should visit the library.
Huh, you don't say.
You must learn. I cannot speak to what you are exactly, but the library will help, and it may give you the tools you need to help us find Osiris. I'm
I love
afraid
a good
to admit.
library.
Hmm?
I love a good library. And we start.
You must be careful in this library, because this is a library that, well, it's less reading than it is self-discovery, and in a way the library reads you.
No.
It does not sound fun at all.
Sounds like a very bad mushroom trip.
Well,
Thanks,
do I
bro.
feel-
I was
Again.
promised a library. Oh, you're welcome. You wanted it.
It will be a library. But you will be allowed access to the library. I would like to see that data, of course, in exchange for this knowledge, but the library will be open to you. Take care not to become lost in it.
This isn't gonna have some like, there's not gonna be minotaurs or anything in there, is there?
I do not believe
Minotaurs.
so. The only dangers in the library are the dangers you are to yourself, the dangers of understanding what you are. I would take some time to prepare yourselves. But I hope that in the end you will join us in our struggle. Surely find Osiris. He is taken, and Anubis was taken. I dread what they're up to.
Anubis, I think, is free now. Just as a heads up. He kind of dug himself a tunnel.
Anubis is powerful but single-minded. That's one of our flaws. But
Let's get Athena the data, huh? So we can get into that library.
Yeah. Also, I had the biggest crush on you when I was growing up. I know that probably
I choose to remain unwed.
I know. That's okay. I just want you to know that I think you're super cool. I think you're really, really cool.
I am super cool, yes.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time not freaking out right now, so the fact that
Ro just takes the entire glass of mead and drinks the entire thing at this point. It's just like you're like talking to Athena and Ro's just like
Kaz, were you going to...
does that as well.
You're just gonna drink?
I'm like, that's a great idea, and they just chug the whole thing. But yes, I would like to do something.
Okay.
I want to listen to the audio before we end the episode.
Okay. We'll do that. So
Whenever. But I just
Athena
wanted
will
to-
take the audio, or the data. I thank you for this data, and I wish you the best of luck, and I hope that you grow in power, and you discover who you truly are, and you become what you truly are. And Athena stands up and starts to walk away out the door and looks over their shoulder at Jericho and just says, "You look so much like him." And it's the first hint of emotion you've seen in this person's face ever. And then they leave.
Just kind of
So-
like stare off. Very just distant. Unsure.
Okay. So you would like to listen now to the audio.
Mhm.
So you bring up a series of audio files. A lot of them are pretty mundane recitations of data, but some of them, maybe you've run we'll say you've run some kind of a filter to get to the ones that actually have the juicy bits in them. So I will read them to you now. So the first one says, Day 15. Research continues on the collected beta level divinities. It was initially suspected that divinity may have a biological component, but as of yet, no organs, genetic, or cellular components have been identified. We must continue. Then, day 100. An interesting discovery. We were able to track and capture an alpha divinity in the British Museum. Apparently, this one had a connection to the organization known as the Netyer, or the Pantheon of Egypt. An offhand comment from intern 4569 provided insight. I wonder if he was after all that Egyptian shit the British stole. Indeed, this may have promise. Day 130. The artifacts are the key. While we still know little about divinity, it seems the key to their power is not biological, but connections to the world, artifacts, faith, thoughts. This may be the key to attracting them. One experiment has been proposed. Create our own museum and use that as an attractant. How many flies will we catch with this honey? Day 140. Insight again. The source of a divinity's power is primal energy. Emotions, yes, but also the basic energies of the world. Fire, water, air, etc. Interestingly, we can already harness most physical energies, but the more esoteric ones are difficult. So, we have an experiment. We shall try to control the most difficulties of these energies itself. Death. And that is where the entries end. So that is the end of the recordings. And with that, the different symbols on the library door begin to glow, and it begins to open.
Okay. Mortal peril aside, that's so fucking cool, guys. Come on. It's awesome.
And Balder also returns. I don't know if any of you needed a refill or assistance.
Oh, yeah.
But it looks like the
No.
library's open.
Can I take the mead into the library?
Yep. Outside food and drink okay in the library?
I'd probably recommend that, yeah.
Ah, brilliant. Takes an entire bottle.
I don't
with
even
them.
want to talk about what I saw in there.
Right. Well, I'm already personally offended that it reads me when I was hoping for books, but it's just like tucks the mead under their arm and is like, anything I should know before I walk in there?
Don't think anyone's ever died.
Great.
But it's a little different for everybody.
Okay. Right. Are we doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go learn something.
Before we go in, Jericho wants to approach Balder and ask him something.
Oh?
I'm sure you get this a lot. Can I do your portrait sometime?
Absolutely, I love portraits.
Awesome.
I'm sure it
And-
will be the finest portrait in all of Midgard.
Yeah. And they'll just kind of like turn away and just walk towards the library doors.
Yes, the power of self-belief.
As everybody, sorry.
No, go ahead.
As everybody like makes their way like into or that way, Kaz would like to like hold back until like everyone is gone besides Balder, if that's okay. And just like look kind of at their side a little bit, and like their hand is like on their satchel that they have the bowl in, and they're just like they start kind of slowly making their way to the door, but they stop like next to Balder, and how much information about us do you have?
I don't, I couldn't speak to what's in the library, but,
The library aside,
I feel like I know you. And
Mercury gave us names.
names?
I don't know. He looked at all of us and said names that aren't ours, or at
Oh,
least mine.
I think that was Anubis, actually.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Anubis.
He's spoken your true name. And what was yours?
What was the first one? The first name.
Katvia Laufeyson was the one that he spoke for you.
Althea Laufeyson. Yeah.
I think you and I should speak. Perhaps it is weird itself that has kept you from stepping into the library, but I'm not sure what's down there is for you. Please, have a drink with me and we should talk.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
And, he'll take you aside. And the rest of you will descend presumably in the library, which, as you come down, seems to be stacks of books. But as you start to move into the books, you gradually start to become separated from each other. So as you walk away from the door to the library, Balder kind of leads you back to the bar. In a little bit more awkward way than you would expect Balder to act, but kind of leads you back to the bar, and it seems like he wants to talk to you about something. So he's Kaz Olsen, it is would you like to have something to drink?
I'm okay.
Okay. So I cannot help but notice you said your name was Laufeyson.
I suppose so.
I knew a Laufeyson once. They were everything, but what? Do you know who your parents were, or?
This information is not given freely, typically.
Well, but we're all friends here, right? Right?
I'm gonna be real honest with you. I don't know these people.
You don't.
They came crashing through, literally, through the ceiling of the place that I was at.
Well, that's fucking amazing. But I guess I have to ask then, what are you doing here?
Well, we were in the basement of that place, about to die, so I am here now.
I guess I should have been more specific. What are you still doing here?
I haven't really had the chance to leave, have I?
The door's not locked, but do you believe in good and evil and fate and all that?
For a long time, I was seen as a problem, as more trouble than anyone is wanting to put into. And so I decided to make my own way. Found what I was good at, and I kept it up. And I have a pretty good life now. Except for whatever all of this is. Talks
Yeah.
of gods and monster things. That's... I don't think anything is predestined. I don't think... I don't know, it's, kind of hard to believe in any higher powers when you've had the life that I did. No, I don't know my parents.
Well, I suppose being a higher power, I guess that's sort of what I was meant to be anyway. But do you ever think that all those things that happened to you when you were young, they were maybe to prepare you for this moment or some moment in the future? I do, of course, believe in fate. We call it weird.
Why prepare a child like that?
Because
Why give them to parents who don't want them?
I am not a Norn, so I can't really speak to what is your fate or what your life was like, but it seems that those things happened to you to kind of... Maybe it was to prepare you again to do something that you had to do in the future. Something, maybe you needed to harden your heart to things.
Yeah, well,
We don't have to like it, Kaz Olsen, but it's unfortunately just the way things are.
so say the gods.
And so say something far beyond what gods... Different kinds of gods think of it different ways. My kind, which is, I think, your kind too, the Aesir, we believe that things are fated, and we believe that you face that fate. You walk into it, and you know it's what you're supposed to do, and you face it with bravery, and you face it with the understanding that this was what you were meant to be. And sometimes that's terrible, and sometimes that's something we don't like, but we are not like those Greek Italian kinds that they're always trying to run away from their fate and still end up, having sex with their mother and killing their father and all of that, because that's what was going to happen anyway. So it's not really what you... And I can tell you don't believe me, and that's fine, because it doesn't matter, but I just feel I think this is something you should know.
That I'm... What was the word?
That
An
you're...
Aesir?
Well, a Norn is something that, what we Aesir think control the fate, or understand fate, but we call it fate weird. It's like weird with a heavier sort of V sound.
Right.
But the fact that you are
Okay,
still...
so I'm
Yes?
still...
You're still here.
We're having a conversation. I'm not that rude.
I don't think it's just because you're polite. But you didn't want to go in that library either. And I could tell, because I think you understand that you might see something down there that you don't want to see.
Not much phases me. I guess you can see that through the fact that I am still here after all of that. So why would whatever I see in the library faze me as well?
Because the things that you see in that library are fate. And for our kind, that knowing your fate is one of the most dangerous things, because when you know that, I think that you perhaps don't face it with the bravery that you should. And that is when that's when you do something very wrong. But let me tell you what I think. I think you're here. Maybe not because you want to. Maybe a tiny part of you wants to be here, but I think you're here because you have a role to play. And because there may be something that has to be done in this particular strand of the Weird that only you are going to be able to do. Because let's be honest, I don't know, looking at them, they're not warriors like you.
I'm a warrior. No. Okay.
You remind me
I think
somewhat.
the only...
Go on, please.
The only reason I have any ounce of belief in anything happening is because I saw it. Just the whole, ship thing. Kind of hard to ignore that. And, I don't know, if we're being real honest, the others, at least most of them, don't really seem like they're the most mentally stable. So it's easy for them to think perhaps they're hallucinating. But that was real.
It was. You flew through on a boat to the sky to here.
And sure, I will believe that you are Balder.
I am Balder. And you met Athena earlier today.
Right. So why us?
You ask why us? Or do you mean why you?
Well, there are more of us here. And like I said, they quite literally fell through a ceiling. They knew, I guess they knew, Mercury, who's the one who set me up.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume he set them up.
Obviously.
So all of this was planned. So why us?
I can't speak much to that, but I think it's fate. It's because you are a particular set of individuals that are going to be able to do something that none of us can. Because even though we're gods, we, sometimes there's things we can't do. Sometimes there's things we're unwilling to do. And maybe
And
it's
what
going
exactly is it you need us to do?
Well, I'm not the planner here. I spend time on Earth because I like spending time on Earth. I like people. I like to interact with people. I like to help people. But, I think there's a... And I hate to speak in riddles. It's not really been my style, but, there's something coming, and it's going to be very bad, but it's going to be you all that either stop it or egg it on, but I think it's going to be you, Kaz Olsen, that's going to have to stand against the wind. And just think on that. I know it's a lot, and now I feel like I need a drink.
Yeah, I might take one after all.